Thank you. I have two questions. One, I'm confused by the answer from Mrs. Buchanan to the question about Brexit and citizens' rights after Brexit. The UK has protected and said it would guarantee the rights of the 3.2 million Europeans in the UK. You suggested in your answer that the EU had done the same for UK citizens in the EU, and I would like you to clarify that, please. My broader point is I want to ask you to think yourselves more broadly about Brexit and how that happened. There are many reasons for it, but they include a result of an unrestricted flow of economic migrants into the UK. People felt that they lost their jobs at home. There were reductions in salaries. Local communities felt overwhelmed, and there was a huge cost to the British economy in terms of social benefits. And Mrs. van der Leyen, in her speech to Parliament last week, talked about the idea that the world needs more Europe. And she talked about the idea of a European minimum wage, a European capital market union, a European common consolidated corporate tax base. And I would like to ask the Presidency to consider this. It seems to me that there are very profound differences between nations, between Greece and Germany, for example, between East and West. Do you agree that these top-down policies that we've heard so much about don't work? There is no correlation between the ESF fund and performance. 20% spend in Spain and Italy, but 1 in 3 young people are still out of work. Democratic nations are best placed to resolve these issues, I would argue. Will your presidency please champion member states rather than the institution of the EU and start to see the rollback of powers to nations? Thank you for the time.
During the first round of answers, when I referred to Brexit, I referred to the European directive adopted at the beginning of the year, which ensures that the social rights incurred by UK citizens in other countries will remain in force, even in the case of hard Brexit, and that was what I was referring to in my presentation.